Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel, welcome to the weekend, and welcome to the full moon in Aquarius. So as I promised, I'm doing a special edition reading. It's not going to be DF versus DM today. It will be the cosmic energies and how they're influencing us and how they're influencing the twin flame journey. So we will see what, because it's a full moon, of course, as always, we're looking at the last cycle, the last 6 months from the new moon in Aquarius up till now. We are looking at what it's been like, what kind of lessons have we learned, what kind of karmic cycles have we closed, and what is it that we want to remove, release, and have closure on to find more peace, right? So we'll definitely take a look at what are we putting an end to, where are we having closure, what are we leaving behind, what kind of new opportunities is it opening up space for. And the last one is actually going to be, we'll get some messages between the twins of how each of them sees the connection and what's happening at this time. I will start with an oracle deck, and today I brought the Cosmic Journey Oracle, which I haven't used for a while now. So we'll start with a message for each twin, and then we'll do a reading overall for twin flame energy. Also, because this is a full moon in Aquarius, definitely Aquarius energy, as well as a few other major planet transits that we're experiencing at this time, are that this energy is asking us to look at the way we are, our place in the community at large, what this community is giving to us, and how are we giving back, if at all. What is this relationship like? Is it healthy? Are you feeling comfortable? Or there are things that you wish you could be doing, but it feels like it's not the right time, or you don't know enough, right? And this is the opportunity to change that and to remove those, to leave those fears behind, right? Because if you think about it, deep down, everything comes down to insecurities and fear that we have. And of course, whatever prejudices you have towards the society and people who may be needing your help, your support, even you sharing your story and your information, right? That's another side of it, to think about where that could be worked on, where you're getting triggered and you're starting conversations with people. Maybe you're already doing some kind of service work, some kind of light work, and there are things that make you upset or angry, right? And this is an opportunity to look at that as well. Let's get a card for Divine Feminine first of all. Number 14, find your star family in this cosmic game of hide and seek. Yeah, so I was just talking about light work, and this is saying basically you don't need to do it by yourself. And just as with everything else in life, it's a good idea to have a support network where you can ask your questions or even complain. You know, if it comes to that, why not? We can have a bad day. And talk to other people who have similar issues or who will understand what you're going through. Doesn't mean they all have to be light workers necessarily, but there should be some kind of commonality in the goals, in the way that you interact, right? Or just in the manner of communicating to the society, right? Something that will resonate for them in terms of what you are doing. So that's Divine Feminine. Let's get a message for Divine Masculine now. Look at that. I mean, seriously. There are only 2 cards in this deck that look like this. For masculine says number 8, coming soon, welcome to the next ascending age. Yeah, so when we leave the burdens behind, and masculines have been getting those kind of messages recently, we lift off, right? Naturally, think about it. You leave the ballast on the ground, you're able to lift off and go to the next ascending age. Beautiful. I will use the Dreamkeeper Tarot for the main reading. So we'll have things that we're leaving behind. We have what are we attracting once we leave unnecessary stuff behind. Bottom of the deck here, the Emperor. Yeah, we're taking charge back. We still have North Node in Aries, just asking us to remember at any point in time about our personal needs. And it's very interesting to compare that to Aquarius, because Aquarius is about we. It's about helping the community. It's about being of service. It's about finding your space in like a larger, more global community, right? And Emperor is very much the opposite. It's about me, myself, and I. So basically what we're saying, we don't want any extremes, one way or the other, right? There needs to be balance, and there should be time that you find for both of those areas. Okay, messages. Let me get some cards as well. Messages from feminines to masculines. Wow. Yes, feminines do want to say something for sure. Those were too many cards. Let me try again. And we got the High Priestess already. All right. Put something here. Wow. Masculines to feminines, we have Queen of Swords, Three of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck here, the Lovers. Look at that. Wow. Yes, so we have actually, you know, quite a few major arcanas here. So essentially we're getting this divine guidance towards loving choices, loving towards self, loving towards others. What are we leaving behind? And what do we have an opportunity to leave behind? And by the way, spotting my moon lamp today. I know I haven't used it for months and months, but it's back. I mean, of course, the downside of it is that I need to keep charging it all the time. Even if I don't use it, it just sits idle, it still loses the charge. But it is pretty cool, so I like it for the full moon readings especially. Anyway, so we have 7, 8, 9 here actually. 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups, and 7 of Pentacles, all different suits as well, except of Cups, right? So it's not so much to get emotional, it's about more of a practical approach. No, this is the Cups actually. We don't have Swords, which is very interesting because Swords is actually air element, which Aquarius is. But what I'm getting immediately is that just because it's a full moon in Aquarius, which is air, and by the way, for those who like rituals and practical approach, you can work with the energy of air. It could be wind, it could be singing, it could be speaking out, like spells, prayers, you know, affirmations. Be creative with it. You can even do something like write something on a piece of paper that you want to release and like let it go with the wind, something along those lines. But even though Aquarius is an air sign, this, like, we should remember about like well-rounded approach to this, right? And I love the 7, 8, 9 because it's a certain progression. It's not exactly in that order, but kind of, right? That's the point. There is a progression from planning to taking action. And right now, it's important, even though you're working towards your dream fulfillment, hopefully, right? And sometimes it may be romanticized, or it may be kind of like foggy in terms of how you get there part, right? Because it's still far away and you don't have a clear vision how you're going to get there. But it is important to become practical with it, to understand, to have at least a few steps planned out, right? So you understand what you're doing, when and why. And also to be able to have good communication. And to me, in this deck, the 8 of Wands is communication with your guides, communication with your high power, right? To have the channel of communication, to be able to understand the signs, the downloads, the synchronicities, whatever that is for you, right? Establish the channel. If you don't have it, establish it now. The way that you will be able to receive guidance, to know the best way to get to that goal. So what are we leaving behind? We're leaving behind the being reliable on external forces. That's what I'm hearing. We are leaving behind the necessity for somebody else to figure things out for us, to ask an expert, to have somebody explain things to us, to, look up the important conversation and what words to say, right? This is like the way you feel deep down in your heart. This is the truth. This is what goes right now. So we're leaving behind the insecurity and lack of self-worth or confidence, and that's what this Emperor energy is showing us, right? We've got all it takes. We've got the power. We have our unique personality, and whether it's personal endeavor, you know, relationships, or it's something professional, that's the most reliable source of information is ourselves. What are we creating space for? The moon, Five of Swords, and the sun. I mean, this is just beautiful. I didn't even look at the cards when I was getting them out, but we have the moon and the sun. Again, this is like the ultimate balance of the yin and yang, the masculine and the feminine energy, right? There is a Five of Swords in the middle, which means that these energies are helping when they have a perfect blend, when you're using both of them, you know, in a loving way. Then there is no space for the illusion, right? But there is space in this deck. Actually, it's interesting because it seems for a moment that this person is attacked or tied, but actually they're not. They're in their power. So there is an illusion, there may be an illusion that, or you've had an illusion of being powerless, right? And this is now going away, and you're understanding where your weakness is your power, actually, right? These huge energies, these are again the major arcanas, the divine forces, the universe, right? Quite literally, the moon and the sun work together. And this actually reminds me of the eclipse season that we're fast approaching. We have eclipses happening in September and October, and those are going to be lunar and solar eclipse. So this is like your gateway, like your door in that period of time where you're supposed to see your power, to believe in it at first. That's like the initiation point where you're supposed to have the trust, you're supposed to believe. And then once you start to take actions, the universe will help you see the rest of the picture and will help you out. How are the feminine seeing the connection at this time? We have the High Priestess and the Hierophant. So feminines definitely know that they want a life partner, right? So especially for those who have doubts about a specific person, whether they're your twin or not, right? Like this is what you're manifesting, what you should be manifesting. A life partner that will be loyal, that you can build a life with. Hierophant is like a marriage card, one of those, one of the meanings of it, right? So it's commitment in the face of God, in the face of the community, right? And you want that. You don't want to just kind of experiment, you know, see what happens. You want the person at least to have that mindset, to be ready for it, right? Even though, of course, it might take some time for you to get to know each other and figure out how you want to do that future together, right? But you want something serious with your masculine, right? And that's what you know your worth now. That's the High Priestess card here, right? And you understand that you want a worthy partner in life. For how the masculine seeing the connection, we have Queen of Swords clarified by Three of Cups. Queen of Swords kind of fell on the side, almost reversed. So masculines know that once they make a commitment to the feminine, or when they, you know, whenever that agreement happens, then they won't be able to waste their time as frivolously as they have been, right? There isn't going to be as much partying, fooling around, and just like, oh yeah, I don't know, I can waste one day, why not, right? Or I don't have to go to work tomorrow morning, so I can party all night. It doesn't have to be party. It can be some kind of addiction that they go for, that they understand. Maybe the feminine doesn't even know about it yet. And they understand that once they're together, first of all, you can't hide anything from the feminine, right? That's the beauty and the fear at the same time, right? And they know that they'll have to face that fear and to deal with that problem that they have, right? Whether it's alcohol or substance abuse, whether it's sexual partying, I don't know, procrastination, OCD, whatever it is. They're like, it's like a skeleton in their closet, and they know that they'll need to confront it to be ready for the connection, because the feminine will not have it, right? So this is, again, this is their fear. On the other hand, they are kind of excited because, of course, deep down they know that it's not a healthy choice. It's not a good choice, right? It just worked for them. You know, they found a way to excuse it, right? To find a reason to do it, right? To justify it somehow in their life. So they kept going with it. But now they understand that it's finally time to deal with it. And it's helping them to ascend to the new level. Beautiful. I love it. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with others who may benefit from this type of information. Until next time.